Yeah. So good morning, everyone from Dhaka. And I'm Delip Das, working as an assistant professor of zoology at Jagannath University, Bangladesh. And I am going to talk about assemblage, abundance, threats, and conservation issues of non-breeding shorebirds at Nijhum Dweep National Park, Bangladesh. Okay. So to introduce Bangladesh, for those who do not know where Bangladesh is, that is the position of Bangladesh, which lies in an enviable position at the overlap between East Asian-Australasian Flyway and Central Asian Flyway. And the freshwater wetlands and coastal mudflats of the country are key wintering and staging sites for thousands of migratory shorebirds during south and northbound migration from October to March. So far, 67 species of waders have been recorded in Bangladesh, including 15 residents and 48 migrant shorebirds. In general, ornithological study in Bangladesh is lacking, and fieldwork and groundwork on shorebirds are even thinner. So ecological study of shorebirds, taxonomy, and migration route is pretty much non-existent in Bangladesh. So we are conducting regular winter surveys at Nijhum Dweep National Park since 2015 with the aim of understanding their habitat use and migration ecology. And based on that, I'm going to talk about assemblage threats and conservation issues of non-breeding shorebirds at Nijhum Dweep National Park. So I'm going to introduce you with my study area. So Ganges Brahmaputra Meghna Delta at the central coast of Bangladesh has been recognized as an important bird and biodiversity area by BirdLife International. And Nijhum Dweep National Park, which is a coastal biodiversity hotspot of Bangladesh, is located within the Ganges Brahmaputra Meghna Delta and located at the central coast of Bangladesh in the Bay of Bengal. And this park is one of the major sites in Bangladesh where thousands of migratory shorebirds congregate from October to March, including spoonbill sandpiper, northern ginshank, and great knot. It is also an East Asian Australasian flyway network site numbered as EAAF 102. So the park covers in total 16,352 hectares area and dynamic in nature, with sediment, erosion, and accretion constantly reshaping and resizing the islands. Even though it is a protected area under national park category, many people are living within the national park area and they are extensively using intertidal areas, which are important for roosting and foraging shorebirds activities. So for this study, we divided our study site into 5 subsites: Nijhum Dweep, Majher Chor, Damar Chor, West and East, and Chorbirbira. So monthly survey was conducted, and usually a survey took 4 days. And on day 1, we circumscribed the Nijhum Dweep, and on day 2, we covered 2 areas, Majher Chor and Damar Chor West. On day 3, usually in Damar Chor East side, and on day 4, we covered Chorbirbira. So during high tide, we counted high tide routes from vantage points and in some areas from the boat. So during low tide, foraging activities were observed and marked the outlines on a printed Google Maps. We also collected soil samples to understand the macrobenthic community, prey diversity, and prey stock for shorebirds of the national park. So we also noted the threats that highly disturb shorebirds. In total, over the 4 seasons, we have made 17 winter surveys. So here are my results. So over the 4 seasons, we have recorded 36 shorebird species, of which 3 are threatened: spoonbill sandpiper, northern ginshank, and great knot, and 9 are near threatened shorebird species. Among these 36 shorebird species, 8 shorebird species fulfill fulfill Ramsar 1% population criterion for spoonbill sandpiper, lesser and greater sand plover, black-tailed godwit, Kentish plover, grey plover, Pacific golden plover, and common red shrike. So highest assemblies of around 60,000, highest assemblies of around 60,000 shorebirds belonging to 30 shorebird species were counted in 2017-18 winter season, while only around 12,000 shorebirds belonging to 18 shorebird species were counted in 2016-17 season. However, note that only one survey was made in that season. On average, we counted 38,000 shorebirds per season. So these graphs showing top dominant shorebird species at the Nijhum Dweep National Park. So lesser and greater sand plover, which are found in large numbers in the national park, and it is difficult to differentiate during high tide roost counts. So we recorded them as sand plover complex. Apart from sand plovers, black-tailed godwits are found in large numbers, followed by Pacific golden plover, grey plover, Kentish plover, common red shank, little stint, and around 600 Eurasian curlew, whimbrel, and curlew sandpiper. So among 3 threatened shorebird species found in the Nijhum Dweep National Park, spoonbill sandpiper is critically endangered, Northern greenshank and great knot is endangered by IUCN. So they are rare in sightings, and we found in few numbers, but for spoonbill sandpiper, we have found in our all 17 surveys consistently, though number is very small, like highest count was only 3 individuals, but this number fulfilled the 1% global population criteria for the species. Northern greenshank is an endangered species, being the rarest in the national park. We have only one sighted in 2017-18 season. And great knot, another endangered species, also found in few numbers. So highest count was 24 individuals of great knot, and we have counted no great knot in 2016-17. However, note that we made only one survey in that season. Among near-threatened shorebird species, we have found 9 near-threatened shorebird species in the national park. And among the near-threatened shorebird species, black-tailed godwit were found in large numbers. Nearly 8,000 black-tailed godwits are counted over 4 seasons, followed by 600 Eurasian curlew and 500 curlew sandpiper. We have observed Eurasian curlew in the last season, only one in 2019-20 season. Eurasian western catcher is also rare in the country. And great thickening is a resident shorebird species in Bangladesh and found in small numbers. So from our sediment samples, we recorded 10 macrobenthic group from the subsites of the study area. And those are Polychaeta, Amphioda, Crustacea, Bivalvia, Oligochaeta, Ctenida, Gastropoda, Coleoptera, Nematoda, and Diptera. So among the macrobenthic group, Polychaeta was the most dominant group, followed by Oligochaeta, Bivalvia, and Decapoda. And among the subsites, Shorebird had the highest benthic density, recorded 900 individuals per meter square, followed by the Domatorist, recorded 700 individuals per meter square, and then Nijhum Dweep recorded 660 individuals per meter square, and Damarchur west side recorded around 500 individuals per meter square. So these colors are showing of different subsites. And we recorded natural threats that are raptors and anthropogenic threats are present in the area. And among the raptors, peregrine falcon, greater spotted eagle, white-bellied sea eagle were common in the area. And the more numerous were black-tailed godwit, black kite and Brahminy kite, which frequently disturb the roosting and foraging shorebirds. Among the anthropogenic threats, fishing activities made the highest disturbance to roosting and foraging disturbance. Even though it is a national park, but more than 13,000 people are living within the national park, and they are mostly dependent on wetland ecosystem services, and their primary livelihood is fishing. So therefore, fishing happen in this national park in an enormous amount. Also, cattle grazing and vessel traffic are another major threats to shorebirds. Also, hunting is another major threat. And here are comparison of two Google image, which shows in 2007, there is no agricultural activities in the Damarchor area of the national park. Damarchor is one of the most key sites of this national park where huge congregation of shorebirds happens. And in 2008, we are seeing lots of agricultural plots in the Damarchor area. So people are expanding rapidly, and they're expanding towards new islands and reclaiming mudflats. So in conclusion, knowledge gap in Bangladesh regarding shorebirds are huge, and migration specific habitat use using satellite tracking are required in the future, and a lot more studies needed. You are also going to hear a talk from Nijhum Dweep National Park by one of my students in the next session. And so to conclude, Nijhum Dweep National Park harbors the highest congregation of black-tailed godwit in Bangladesh and supports 1% population for 8 shorebird species. However, note that so many people are living, around more than 13,000, and they're expanding in highly and encroaching more mudflats for their livelihoods. And the current protection management of the park is insufficient. However, due to the poor socioeconomic condition of the local people, solutions are complex to achieve. And all this complex scenario calls for more effective conservation actions to help shorebirds and people to coexist. And Bangladesh needs more attention in the East Asian, Australasian flyway. So I acknowledge support from Jagannath University, RSPB, and International Weather Study Group. And thanks for listening.